One thing about the Nigerian government is that they will share rice. Fuel scarcity, they will share rice. Insecurity, they will share rice. Poverty, unemployment, they will share rice. Hey Tammy, you're welcome to another fabulous edition of Buzzbytes. I am your host, Irene Spicy Atarodo, just like that. Let's get the story started.
Let's have it.
Now, because I care about you and your well-being, I'm asking you this question. Have you eaten today? No. I mean, have you actually had something to eat today? Don't worry, good news is coming. Because 20 trucks of rice is about to land. Yes, so 20 whole trucks. It will reach me, it will reach you, and probably reach every single 200 million Nigerians. One thing about the Nigerian government is that they will share rice. Fuel scarcity, they will share rice. Insecurity, they will share rice. Poverty, unemployment, they will share rice. Whether this is going to solve the current problem of the country, I don't know. But at least we'll not be hungry. Now, aside this, I cannot for the life of me imagine Lagos State without the yellow buses. I mean, your Danfo, your Korokwe, your Mowe. I can't possibly imagine. Because apparently, Sanwo-Olu is trying to ban Danfo and, Mowe and Korokwe, the normal commercial buses in Lagos. Why? I don't know. But apparently, it's not going to be the whole of Lagos State. They said it's going to be like the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway, maybe even a Leko axis. So now, if the Danfo and Korokwe buses actually want to ply Lagos roads, they have to go through some requirements. Their buses must be clean. I mean, no dirty buses. Whether your bus is old or you've gone through some repairs and it's looking wakwada, my dear, your bus will not be able to ply the Lagos road. Number 2, the drivers will undergo training.
Jesus, what a life. I cannot bear this again. Let me go.
Okay. Number 3, there will be no illegal bus stops. You people that has to fly from the bus and jump on the road if they catch you.
You're going to learn the hard way.
Because apparently now, compliance with these rules will be very stringent. So be careful, guys. Now, away from all the drama, it is indeed a sad period for the singles, though. Why? I will tell you. Paulo Koye just gifted his new beautiful wife, Ivy, a Range Rover. Kai!
Almost my life.
This thing sweets me die because I love gifts. I love receiving gifts. I love giving gifts. And it's one of my love languages. So imagine how I feel with this beautiful gift. Now, the tweet on this post is very interesting. And maybe baby number 1 is on the way. We'll know later. Speaking of weddings, you literally have to be living under a rock to not know that the wedding of the decade, of the century, just happened or concluded a few days ago. I am talking about the Ambanis. Ladies and gentlemen, $600 million. Dollar was 600 million. No fish shaking.
You think it's a joke?
Anytime I come to this show and I speak of millions and $billion, it's to pay me because I don't have anyone in my accounts. Anyways, now we can categorically say that this wedding was a wedding of the 1% of the 1%. Because do you see the artist that was invited for this wedding? I mean, first of all, the wedding was a 7-month thing. That one first scattered my brain. Because how can you marry for 7 months at a stretch and still keep on inviting artists upon artists upon artists to perform? What is it? Is money water to you?
Who are you?
For someone to be inviting Rihanna, Rema, Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, let me even tell you the very interesting thing about Justin Bieber. You know, he's in retirement. That's why I say, ego, they stop rubbish.
I will tell you that money stop nonsense.
Some kind of money will bring you out of retirement. And let me tell you, it was $10 million for Justin Bieber to perform at that wedding. And Rema got $3 million. I'm sweating and I'm coming because I should be getting money too like this now, as the evil woman that I am. Now, because this wedding was super extravagant, we decided to do a little research on the top 5 most expensive weddings in history. And here's what we found. Of course, number one is the Ambani's wedding with $600 million in expenses. Sheikh Mohammed and Princess Salama with $137 million. Vanisha Mittal and Amit Bhatia with $55 million. Princess Diana, of course, and Prince Charles with $48 million. And lastly, Prince Williams and Kate Middletons with $34 million. Now, if you check this list, there's something about Indians because they are literally the top 3 amongst the top 5. One very particular thing about Indians and their culture is that they go hard on their weddings. In fact, there's almost no difference with an Indian wedding and a Nigerian wedding. You know how it is. We go all out, we go all in. But I think the only difference is we need more money because $600 million. This one that we have been talking about money, let's even talk resources. I thought crude oil was one of the biggest resources in Nigeria. So what's happening to it? Because Dangote refineries right now currently are trying to import oil from other African countries like Senegal and Angola. This is also aside from the fact that we're already importing from USO and, Brazil, for example. In a short interview with our sugar daddy, Dangote, he said, if the crude oil is available in Nigeria, we'll have it. But if it's not, we'll go to another place.
You get it?
Okay.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
What's happening? So I went and I checked the comments of that on the video. And people were saying, how can we have crude oil when it is literally our collateral in acquiring all those million and trillion naira loans? The only question I can ask is, what happened to the crude oil in Nigeria? Why is it not available? Now, is it fake news or not that the UAE recently lifted their 2-year ban on Nigerian visas? Because I don't know. News spread that starting July 15th, 2024, Nigerians can now travel to the UAE. But it looks like it's fake news. The website created for the application process does not pass for an official government website. Aside that, the price placed on these websites for application was over 640,000 naira just to apply for the visa. And then you need to have like $10,000, which is almost 16 million in your account alone for 6 months. This looks like a scam just to exploit people. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. A lot of Twitters felt the same way and they had something to say about it. My own question now is just how many countries have a ban or certain restrictions on Nigerian visas? My people, in a case where assistants, they employ assistants, Alhaji Umar Bush, I know everybody knows him because he appears very angry in his skits, chasing people up and down. Do you know he's now the special assistant on entertainment to the senior special assistant to the president? It shock you, Abi? Okay, wait for it. In this life, it's grace that you need, though, because a comedian holding such a position, first of all, I don't even know what the position is about. Special assistant on entertainment. I don't get it. People are wondering, what are his qualifications? Why such a reckless, ridiculous expense on something that's on a position that we don't even know what he's doing there? Like, when you hear special assistants on entertainment, what comes to your mind? Now, in the foreign scene, we have over 100 churches up for sale in the UK. What's happening? They say that this is as a result of the decline in worshippers and ministers, pastors, reverends, all of that. They know they go church again. Keep in mind that this is the same religion, Christianity, that has been firmly established in former British colonies, right? That is Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, everywhere. And now it looks like there's a decline in the Ijile country. There's a problem, the new minimum wage is now 70,000 naira, finally approved by President Tinubu. Now, I say this with a mix of happiness and sadness because it is an increase, but we know that it's not a significant increase, but it's still something, right? I can't help but wonder, what will 70K do for someone in this economy.
Nigeria will see positive changes as we move along. Just go through these baby steps of pain.
And finally, guys, if you're a fan of drama inspired by real life events, then you definitely should be on Donald Trump's story. Because it looks to me that Donald Trump had a scriptwriter on his presidential budget, because the plot is plotting. Now, while at a rally for the presidential elections, former President Donald Trump was shot. But of course, protagonists know they die. Now, the shooter was taken down by the Secret Service, but it was too late as people started questioning their competence. And this was another avenue for so many conspiracy theories to arise. I mean, is it real? Is it not real? If it was staged, what was the reason? Is this tied into his presidential elections? What is really the goal here? And on that note, we have come to the end of this episode. I remain Irene Ebube Chukwu, your spicy host. Till I see you next time, bye-bye.
Bye bye.